Hi, how are you?
We're back again for our Friday What's New and Coming Up with Lipedema. I'm Leslyn. I'm the president of the board of the Lipedema Project, as well as the director of research. And I'm here with my friends and colleagues, Catherine Seo. Hi, Catherine.
Hi, everyone.
And also Gail Straker. Hi, Gail.
Hi, you guys. It's always good to see you.
And Siobhan Huggins. Hi, Siobhan.
Hi, Merry Christmas to everybody in the chat. Happy holidays, whatever you're celebrating or not celebrating, just happiness.
Happiness. And thank you for all of you that are already posting in the chat. We always love to see who's out there, where you are in the world. It's always wonderful to know too. And it's just nice to know that someone is here hearing us. Nice to be here with you today. And as Gail always says, we like it when you post some love. So if you want to tell us how wonderful you think we are, go ahead and post that. We have a couple of things coming up.
I just figured out how to do a background.
Oh,
So
good.
we
Look
have
at you.
Christmas.
Look at you. Yeah.
Christmas. Merry Christmas.
And I know that every time
Sorry,
I
I
try to do a
interrupted you,
background
but I
like
got
that, that I can't see myself. I go black. So I have to do the backgrounds. But we have one thing that I wanted to make sure we talked about today, because we have a free webinar coming up. It's kind of a wrap up for not only this year, but for the last 10 years. And Catherine, you want to talk about what we're doing coming up this next week?
Yeah, we were chatting like we do, and we were realizing that in the past 10 years, we have learned so much about how to manage our lipedema and lymphedema. So we decided to have a webinar that not only will we share some of ours, but we're going to invite you to share what is the main tip that you would share with others as to how you're managing your lipedema, lymphedema, lipolymphedema, whatever it is that you're managing. And so that will be, Gail just put it in the chat. That will be on December 29th at, I think, 6 p.m. Eastern time. And so come and hang out with us. We'll spend a couple of hours schmoozing about what we have learned and what we can do to better manage what we have, which is cool. I'm very excited.
It has, as usual, we try to have the longest titles for our webinars.
My fault.
Top tips for lipedema.
That's
and
me.
lipedema
I like long titles.
From the past 10 years and how to have your best life ever in 2023.
Didn't we say that there were 22 words in the title?
Yeah.
Either 21 or 22.
21.
Okay, because 21 was our last record. Titling.
They're making fun of me. I like titles. For some reason, I like titles.
Everything that you ever wanted to know is in the title. That's right.
No need for a book. No need for a webinar. Just read the title.
Just read the title, and you got
that.
I think we started with when we first were getting together. It was everything you ever needed to know or learn or whatever was I learned in kindergarten, right? That was all all those things that you basically need to know is all from kindergarten. I thought those were, be nice to each other, don't run with scissors, that type of thing. So
yes, indeed.
What else is new and coming up? We're coming out to the end of the year. Was there other things that we wanted to talk about? I think there was a big announcement about the tribe, wasn't there, Gail?
There is. We open the tribe officially every year during Lipedema Awareness Month. And yet we find all throughout the year people want to get into the tribe. And the more you nag us and bug us and knock on our heads, we go, okay, we'll open the tribe again. Just for you. So just for you, we are having a very short tribe opening. We're going to talk about it during our webinar. And so we're going to open it up at the first of the year for a very short length of time. Catherine, how long are we opening it up for?
Like 2 or 3 days.
Yeah, so open. Don't miss it when it opens. Because you'll have to wait again until June. So, and as you know, with the tribe, and people always go, "What is tribe?" For the people who hear this for the first time, say, "What is tribe?" Tribe is a community of people who deal with lipedema, and it's a year-round support system, and we are always here together. I'm the manager of the group, if I can be, if they're manageable. But and we have things like exercise classes, book clubs. We have question and answer. In fact, Tuesday we have a question and answer on the fourth Tuesday of the month. We have meditation. We have inspiration corner. I mean, you name it. We have support for the members of our community, and it's a paid membership. But the people who are in that will tell you it is worth every penny they pay, because they have found that, and for some of them, it saved their lives, or it has actually made it so that they're more mobile because of everything that they learn and the support they get. So the tribe has been fabulous, and we're going to open it for 3 days or 2 days, whatever Catherine decides on the day she opens it. Open.
And the other cool thing about the tribe is that not only is it 365 days a year, but because we have people in the tribe from around the world in every time zone, you really have someone who is there 24/7. There's someone who is awake no matter what's going on. So it's kind of a neat community in that way, that you have a group of people who all understand that what's going on with you. And if you post something in our special forum, and on Circle, just for people who are members of the tribe, there is someone probably awake whenever you post that.
Yeah, I actually one time was just having a hard time sleeping, and I heard a ding. Somebody from New Zealand had sent a message out to the world, right? And I'm like, who's awake at this hour? And I saw who it was. An hour later, I FaceTimed her, right? Because, or whatever we used, I guess it was, like live chat. And an hour later, I was like, okay, I can go to sleep now, because I got everything off my mind that I had to get off my mind. So it was really a wonderful visit with one of our New Zealand members. It was wonderful.
I think the wonderful thing that we added this year was with Brian. He runs the pain clinic. That a lot of people with lipedema have issues with pain, and that is a wonderful addition to the tribe, to talk to other people and figure out strategies for managing pain. And that's a wonderful addition to the tribe.
Yeah.
Another thing that we added this year was both the Igniting the Spirit section, which is all about things that inspire, things that just invigorate you and get you ready to take action and all that. And then also the art corner. So that is all for hobbies and crafts. And because one of the really important things with self-care is having hobbies. Whether you have a chronic condition or not, it's important to just have something that you can do to relax and de-stress, because life is going to have stress no matter what happens. You can't really do anything about that, but you can have something that you can go to in those times to help deal with that. So we had a meeting on that very recently where everybody was sharing stuff that they're working on, stuff that they've made, stuff that their family members have made. And it was anything from knitting and crochet to Zentangles to just like a whole bunch of different stuff, poetry and all of that. So that's also a section within the tribe where we have a finished objects thread. So if you're in the tribe, go and put stuff you've made so we can all see. But it's another great way to just connect with each other and have that bonding, which is especially important if people don't have the opportunity to be as social, especially with mobility issues or just any number of issues, mental health issues, stuff like that. So just a place you can get together and talk about fun things is always good.
And
Yeah.
we share keto recipes. We share, if someone says, "Hey, Gail, how do you make mayonnaise?" Next thing you know, I'm in the kitchen showing them how to make mayonnaise. Or somebody else says, "This is what I did for my cheesecake." Or we share all kinds of stuff, and it's wonderful having that connection with other people who know exactly what you're dealing with.
Yes.
Absolutely. There's no need to explain. You can just say, I have this issue, and everyone else is like, got it. I understand completely.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. And that's a kind of a rare thing to be able to do that when you have lipedema, to be able to be in a group where no explanation necessary.
Right. So I was going to say we do have that coming up in the tribe, and we have other things happening as we come into this new year. And we finished this last year with we had a wonderful 3-day event, what we call the Heart to Heart event. We had it on in October. We finished it with what we call a CSIG, Coaching Special Interest Group, Thriving Through the Holidays. And we're starting off this next year with a self-love CSIG, talking all about loving ourselves, because it's one thing we don't do as well as we really need to.
Yeah, it is very difficult, and there's a lot of different approaches you can take with that because not every approach works for every single person. So the self-affirmations thing, not for me, never been into it. But during the October event, there was talk about self-love and positive body image and stuff like that, and I really connected with that. So just being exposed to different tactics for that is really helpful because then you can be like, oh, that's the one I vibe with. That's the one I want to do.
Yeah. Wonderful. I was just trying to think of, so that's the big thing is coming up in the beginning of the year is that special interest group that I guess we'll be getting more information about that to be able to join up later. And I
want to add. Oh, I just wanted to add that I love our April event. Will somebody talking about titles? Will someone share the title of the April event?
Oh, I am going to have to look that up to make sure that I have the title right. But I will tell you that I did, when I wrote down the title at a meeting that we had about the April event, I specifically wrote down that Gail came up with the title. So
yes, it's a frequent debate with any title.
I think you came up.
No, it was definitely
Leslyn,
Gail.
I think came. No, Leslyn came up with the heart to heart.
Ah, that's true.
Which we know. And there was some dispute over whether or not that was true. So this time when we came up with the title and Gail did it, I wrote it down immediately so that we were make sure we were attributing it to the right person.
Well, so I'm going to tell you what the start of the title is. I don't know the whole title. When we talk about titles, what happens is we come up with an idea. And okay, so it's a little crazy because titles are really important to us. Because it keeps your brain thinking about that topic or whatever. So when we came up with the title, we were talking about dealing with keto. And I know for a fact that many of us just are overwhelmed by what keto is, and it seems restrictive and it seems harsh and it seems like, oh, I don't know if I can do this, and it's terrifying when we first start. And one of the ways that we teach the ketogenic way of eating here at Lipedema Simplified is in a very kind way. So I called it, well, let's just do kind keto. And they glommed onto it. So that's kind of how we start coming up with the titles. Now, I don't know what the rest of the title is. All
Okay,
I know
so
is it starts
I
with
did
kind.
find it,
Yes,
and
but it was in the notes that you put together for
I got it.
when we were.
I got it.
Uh,
Yep, I have it. It is the title of the April
Yay!
event is Kind Keto for Lipedema and Lymphedema. Let food be thy medicine, a collaborative 3-day virtual event. Okay, is that long
Yay!
enough?
Did anyone count the words on that one?
We have to do that. And if the word is hyphenated, is it counted as 2 or 1 words?
I think it counts as 1 word.
Okay.
Take the hyphens out. Come on, Leslyn.
So we are looking at March 31st to April 2nd of 2023. And this will be, so it's a Friday, Saturday, and Sunday.
Yeah. And Julie Rosa said there's also Tuesday, December 27th. Gail and the coaches do our monthly Q&A. And do you want to talk about that, Gail?
Yeah, so one of the benefits of being a tribe member is you're invited to Q&A once a month. It's the fourth Tuesday of the month. And so you get to send in your questions, and you can send them in early if you would like to. It's the best way, because then we can think about them, because some of these questions that you all are asking us, they're pretty difficult questions, right? I mean, especially if it's like, hey, I heard this, and how does this affect my lymph nodes, or how does this affect my immune system? And these questions are really, really tough questions. And so sometimes we have to have a little time to get the answer, or we just go blah 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 because we can't. I don't know, let's figure that out, right? So but on the fourth Tuesday we have a Q&A, and it's amazing, because not only do we get the answers to the questions, but we get a full discussion. So as a coach starts to answer a question, they'll hand it off to another coach. Next thing you know, a couple of the tribe members get involved, and we have a full discussion about the question. And this is so valuable because, as Dr. Matt Carmody has told us many, many times, the answer lies within the patient. The patient has the answers. We have the answers. All we have to do is learn how to ask a question to find that answer. And so that's why we have the Q&As.
Yeah, I've participated in a couple of the Q&As, and they're a ton of fun. Like, there's always great discussions surrounding everything, and you get to talk about the answer to the question from multiple different perspectives, which is always cool. So you get very well-rounded perspectives on things.
So this is one of my Christmas gifts.
Oh yeah, I was wondering about that.
Oh, you
Hugs from Boston.
Oh, okay.
Can you see it?
It kind of disappears in your background.
Okay, there it is.
Yep.
Hugs from Boston.
Very nice. Okay, how did Catherine's cat get over to Gail? That's what we should do. Have one walk across, and then have the other one walk across.
No, really.
Well, usually that's true. My cat usually comes during Facebook Lives.
Usually does exactly what Gail's is doing.
She's sleeping somewhere.
Oh.
Yep, that's what she's doing.
Yeah, my cat is squarely on the electric blanket right now because it is very cold in Colorado. Yesterday, with wind chill, it was 21 below zero.
Yeah.
And the wind chill warning said it could get as low as 50 below zero. Hasn't
Right.
gotten that cold as far as I know, but
And from what I hear, the temp dropped really fast, like 39 degrees in an hour. It just
yeah,
plummeted.
it was quite ridiculous. So I've been dressing in lots of layers on my walks. But it should actually warm up again pretty quickly within a couple of
Yeah.
days, as is Colorado.
So
Well,
in Southern California,
So,
we're
ladies,
suffering at 71 degrees. So
right. Yeah, it's actually been not so bad, except the wind here and the rain.
Mm-hmm.
It's not snow, but it's wind and
yes.
rain, and the windows are going like this. Ladies, can we ask Gail to lead us in a Christmas song that we could for our community? What song can we sing?
I knew you'd do that to me.
Nothing fancy. Let's make it really easy, like Jingle Bells or something.
Oh, I guess you could ask me. Does that mean if you ask me, does that mean that I can decline? No.
Sure.
Sure. You said, well, what's your favorite easy Christmas song? Jingle Bells? I mean, Jingle Bells is a Thanksgiving song, but let's see.
Jingle Bells is a Thanksgiving song? What are you talking about?
It was written for Thanksgiving, and
No,
No, retroactively making that not true. Just rewrite history. It's actually for Christmas.
How about Dreaming of Christmas?
That's always a good one.
somebody put in the chat they had 41.1 inches of snow in 11 days.
Wow.
Not let it snow. I'm sorry, I got a
Yeah,
cat.
no, let's sing Let It Snow. And I'm assuming that is, it just says Facebook user, so you're in Anchorage, Alaska. I think that's
Yeah, but that's usually like Juanetta, and Juanetta's on here.
That's what, isn't that Juanetta?
I thought Juanetta was on
Juanetta's
here.
okay. It is Juanetta. Okay, yes,
It is Juanetta.
yeah.
Okay.
So,
And
and
Yasmin is
Yasmin,
here from Egypt. Hi, Yasmin.
Hello, Yasmin. Okay. Dashing
all right,
through
somebody choose a song.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. O'er the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells on bobtail ring, making spirits bright. What fun it is to ride and sing a sleighing song tonight. I forgot the words. Jingle bells, come on, you guys. Jingle bells, jingle. Do you not know the
All
words?
the way.
There you go. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Hey, jingle bells, jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.
Okay, someone suggested It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like Christmas.
I don't
Okay,
know all the words.
well, let's hum it.
It's beginning to look a lot like Christmas. That's all the words I know. There's a
One thing we're not is we're not a caroling group.
Hey, I sing, but I work really hard on my songs that I actually sing.
Yeah, it takes a long time to memorize a song. However, on in downtown Boulder, there was a caroling group, and it was so cool. I've never actually like experienced one in person out in the wild, and it was very exciting. Like the tones from just singing are so rich; it was surreal in a way. I don't know if that's just me, but
No, it's really amazing. You know, I sing barbershop, so you have the 4-part harmony with no instruments, and what's really beautiful about barbershop, it's known for its overtones and its undertones. The men can get these undertones that are a full octave lower than what's actually being sung, and the
You
women.
do know we don't understand a word you're saying.
I understand. Undertones and
women-
overtones
the
are like
women create
colors.
right. The women create overtones, so we'll be singing, and you hear this clear as a bell note, so high nobody can sing it, floating, and it's called an overtone. It can be an octave above, or it could be an octave and a fifth above, and it's just screeches, and it's like a whistle. And so barbershop, because of the four parts and the way we get our voices blended, we create overtones, the women do, and the men create undertones. It's so cool.
It is very cool.
It is very cool. Barbershop's awesome.
Sandra said, I'm in Connecticut. My name is Sandra, and I was wondering if there's a site I can go to learn about lipedema. Do any of you have recommendations for a site that someone could go to learn about
Here,
lipedema?
I'm going to put it in the chat.
Yeah, because that would be lipedemaproject.org and also lipedema-simplified.org are two you can go to learn about lipedema. We're so glad you're here with us today. This is our penultimate Facebook Live of the year. We are going to be meeting one more time next Friday.
I like that. Penultimate. Isn't that the singing group?
Is there a singing group called that?
Pentatonics.
What is it
Pentatonics.
called?
Pentatonics, not penultimate. Pentatonics. It's okay. You're forgiven.
But next Friday will be our last one of the year for what's new and coming up with lipedema. So we hope that you will be able to join us again there as we send out the old year and welcome the new year. And we look forward to being with you all again. This was wonderful getting together and chatting and singing a few songs, or listening to Gail sing a few songs. So thank you all for being here today.
Yes. Wait, I'm going to YouTube to get a Christmas song. Hold on a minute.
Okay, and so while she does that, do not forget to register. Even if you do not attend the webinar on the 29th, if you cannot attend it, please register for it, because you'll get a replay if you register. If you don't register for it, we can't find you and send you a replay. Okay, so make sure you register for that, even if you can't attend it. And if you can attend it, please do, because it's not just a webinar where you listen. It's a meeting. So you're going to actually get to interact with us, and we with you. It's like many of our attendees and our members of our community love it, because hey, they actually get to talk one-on-one with people, or in small groups of 3 or 4, or they get to listen to other people have really deep conversations. So yeah, you're going to want to do this.
Yeah, and Gail, for everyone wondering, how much does it cost to register for that webinar?
Oh, for this particular webinar? $0. It's a freebie. It's our gift to you. A culmination of 10 years, our gift to you in 2022. And I'm going to post it again, Sandra, because you're going to want to register. Or let's see, someone else. Sandra in Connecticut said, "Where do I register?" Right there. It should pop up.
And I have one more big announcement. Big announcement. Really, really big announcement. In the past 10 years, there has been a group led by Heather Ferguson who has been trying to get a bill passed for compression garments. The problem with compression garments is they're not in any category in Medicare. And because it's not in a category, they're not covered. And so it's literally been, I met Heather in 2012. And it was when she was just starting to try and get the bill passed. Well, the bill got passed today. Today, um, so it's The House passed it. I can't remember when. Maybe a month ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. Then it had to be added to the big spending bill, and it got added. So they put in all these little bills and the LTA, the Lymphedema Treatment Act. So that bill was being signed into law today. Then once President Biden signs it, we have access to insurance coverage for compression garments. And that is a miracle.
Christmas miracle indeed. That is awesome. That's going to help so many people because finding compression, affording compression, like there's a bunch of different kinds. They're not inexpensive. So having that extra bit of help is going to be really helpful for people.
Yeah, and I know that we've been promoting talking to your senators to please let it go, either get on the floor or be included in the end of the year. Heather's been working on this for 10 years. 10 years just to get compression covered. It's just amazing. Absolutely amazing. So thank you everybody who pushed for this. Thank you, Heather, for your hard work on this. I mean, it's just the beginning, really, the first step. Because there are other things that our insurance won't cover, but compression's vital.
Yeah.
It's pretty remarkable.
Yeah, that was a big announcement. Sorry, I forgot about that. Thank you, Catherine.
It's huge.
I remembered at the last second as I was looking at tectonics. I figured this announcement was more important than I'll be home for Christmas.
Well, the thing is, I didn't realize that it was actually combined in with the spending bill.
Right.
So
that's what they do. They pair up all of these little bills, and then they make one big bill because the bill is $1.7 trillion. And the Lymphedema Treatment Act is a small piece of
right,
that.
Tiny.
So, but it got passed. So that's a miracle. Now it just has to be signed into law, and I'm sure it will be.
So this says huge. It's a Christmas tree bill.
So as soon as I get a news thing on it, I'm going to send out an email probably tomorrow and ask everyone to send Heather a thank you note, because her story is amazing. She had her twins. I wonder how old they are now. They must be like young
teenagers. Yeah, they're teenagers now.
Yeah. So she had twins, and one of her twins, one of the two boys, was born with primary lymphedema. And when she tried to get compression garments, she couldn't get compression garments. And she was like, my son needs to have compression garments. And so do 17 million other people. So pretty amazing.
That is amazing.
Anyway, Leslyn, are you going to end us?
Yes, and thank you all for spending this extra time with us. It went a little bit over, but it's getting towards the end of the year, and there's just a lot to talk about. So thank you everybody for being here, and we will see you, as I said, for our penultimate Facebook Live next Friday. See you, everybody.